If you're a lawyer, pay attention. I'm gonna show you how to get signed clients using Facebook ads, not just leads, signed clients. Now, I know what you're thinking, right? You've seen this before. You don't believe me, that's fine. This right here, I'm gonna show you actual results from client campaigns that we're running right now on Facebook ads. This one right here, car accident attorney in LA. You can see the data here. 73 car accident leads this last month at $98 cost per lead. Another one here, this is a workers' comp and SSD firm out of Las Vegas. 65 workers' comp leads, $196 cost per lead. 7 SSD leads at $25 cost per. SSD is killing it. It's crazy how well it's working. Now again, you might be saying, hey, look, leads are great, but I only care about signed clients. That's what you brought me here with. Yes, look, here's an email from that exact client. I had to blur out their information because we've had issues with lawyers before in the past. But him saying, I would love to report some signups for you, right? Great, awesome, that's one. Here's another one. All of our clients get access to this. We plug in directly to their CRM and we track how everything performs. We're not a lead generation firm, we're a signed case agency. That's what we aim to do here. 17 leads here, 4 signed cases, coming from the exact campaigns that I just showed you. So yes, Facebook ads are a very cheap and effective way to generate leads, but they're also an amazing way to sign cases, and I'm gonna show you exactly how we do that in this video. Now, look I've heard it all. All we do is work with attorneys, and I've heard everything, right? Let's go through some of probably what you're thinking, seeing me on camera here. Hey, my target client isn't on Facebook or Instagram. Yes, they are. Every single person in this country has either Facebook or Instagram or WhatsApp installed on their phone, right? Every single person in this country. And they probably check them 8 to 10 times per day. They're spending hours there. The amount of data that the Facebook platform has, it's unfathomable for our tiny human minds to wrap it around. Trust me when I tell you, your target audience is there and they are reachable with advertising. We do it every single day. But I've tried this before, Ryan, and the leads are garbage because no one's actually looking to hire a lawyer from Facebook or Instagram. They're scrolling, they're doom scrolling on their couch in the middle of the night. What their behavior is relevant to where they are. Facebook knows who's in market. Think about it this way. Somebody goes to Google and searches for divorce attorney near me or car accident attorney near me. That's on their phone. It's on their computer where they're logged into these platforms and they have shared access to that data. Facebook knows who's in market. They're also texting people. They're also calling people. They're doing all these things. Maybe they're posting about it too. Facebook has access to that. Facebook knows who's in market. Trust me when I tell you, the intent on Facebook is extremely high. It's why if you've ever been going through something, you scroll on Facebook and Instagram, you're getting ads for it, there's a reason for that. It's not by accident. Facebook's algorithm is crazy. I don't want to be that guy or that gal on social media. It's not my brand and my clients wouldn't respect me. Get over it. It's 2025, y'all. Get over it. Like, this is the world that we live in. If you don't want to play by these rules, it's tough to run a law firm in today's market. Like, I'm sorry to be the one to tell you that. Like, you have to have a marketing mindset. You have to be open. You have to be willing. And if you're willing to put a billboard up or if you're willing to do a TV commercial, it's the same thing, except the content and creative that I'm going to show you in this, what I ask of my clients is going to position you in the right way. It's going to position you in the best way. It's going to position you as an authority, a leader, and somebody with actual expertise. So you got to get over that, right? It's 2025. I'm not going to ask you to like walk around like Gary Vee with a cell phone and a selfie stick in your face. Trust me, but like you're going to have to do something. Meet me halfway. I don't have the time. I don't have the patience. I don't have the knowledge. That's why I'm here, right? This video is going to tell you everything that you need to know. So do I have your attention? I've showed you results. I've showed you the leads. I've showed you signed cases. I've hopefully removed all of your objections from you. So let's start by just diving into the full funnel and let me show you how this works. So step one is we run ads, right? We put together a bunch of ads. You can see I purposely put 4 ads here because creative volume is incredibly important, meaning we don't want to just put together one ad. A lot of you are like, hey, I've tried Facebook before, and I go and audit your ads, and it's like, you put up one image and it was a clear commercial. Like that's not what works. Like we need to be able to blend in with the platform. We need native, we need organic stuff. And I'm gonna show you ad examples in a second. So first is we run ads. We run them to a landing page, right? This is for that personal injury attorney, then California, car accident, what I was telling you. We run them through a certain quiz funnel, right? That quiz funnel, when they click on it, they pops up and it goes through 8 to 10 questions. Now this is for a car accident. You could be a divorce attorney. You could be a business attorney. Whatever it is that you do, we understand kind of what your sales and intake process looks like, and we translate it to the quiz. Why do we do that? Because if they fill out stuff, right? Like if they fill out, yeah, I was in a car accident 5 years ago. Hey, it's outside the statute, they don't have a case. It automatically errors out. They never get sent to you, right? So that's one of the reasons why our leads convert better is because we're going through the qualification. We're taking your sales process and we're putting it on Facebook and we're making them go through it before they get to you, right? So the quality of the lead naturally is higher when they go through this. So There's also a phone number here, right? We track that through call rail. Everything that we do is detail tracked because ultimately we want to get them on the phone call. So the bottom, you probably can't see it, says, hey, prefer to speak to an attorney about your case, call us now, right? That number gets tracked. It goes into your call rail, what converts, whatever call tracking system that you're using, we track that as well. It then also goes into our database of lead submissions. So after they fill this out, they put in their information, we have them tracked in here. So we have a central database, and then we also push that directly into your CRM if you're using one. If you're not, then we'll set it up for you. So everything that we do, this is the full funnel, right? Everything is tracked, everything is stored, everything's centralized. And then I already showed you a screenshot of that spreadsheet that we send to our clients every single week where we reconcile the leads so we see what's getting signed. When there's bad leads, we go back and we adjust the messaging, we adjust the quiz, we adjust the landing page, we go through and we adjust the process to make sure that we're getting these things dialed in. Okay, so part 2 here. We got to get you to stop making commercials because nobody cares about commercials. And I'm not picking on these firms here. You know, I actually had to blur out their information because, like I said, I've gotten some nasty emails from attorneys in the past. But look at, this is not TV. This is not a late night infomercial, right? This is the modern internet. Like, please don't get offended when I tell you this, but like nobody cares about you. Nobody cares about your law firm. They don't care about you until they care about you. That's why social media is so hard for lawyers, because they're like, how do I create content when like nobody cares about an accident attorney until they break their neck and their insurance company is denying them, right? Like, so if you're making creative and commercials like this, that's like, hey, for 35 years we've been serving the community, like, and you're just running that on people's feeds, or you're running like they're like walking out of the courthouse in slow motion in your suit, like nobody cares about that. Like, when people are doom scrolling at 12 in the morning, like they don't care about that, right? We have to understand what type of creative assets need to be run and what constitutes an ad in 2025. So let's look at something right here, right? Here's 3 that we have. This is one of our clients here. Right? What'd you notice about it? There's no talking, right? There's no attorneys on camera, right? But what it does is it shows the personality of the audience, of the law firm. It has the call to action. It has the qualification of who we're trying to target here in the creative, and it looks like something they would see naturally and natively, right? We're not trying to sell them something, or we're not trying to run a commercial to them. Let's look at another one here. I'll just talk you through what's going on here. So this is an attorney again, no client on camera. What he's doing is he's saying, giving us like, look at the text, look at how it's filmed, right? Like, this is natural, this is native, this is organic. This also works very, very well as an ad. Final one here too. There's another one of our clients, again, intake person, showing the check, showing the brand a little bit, 5-second video, right? No talking, none of that's necessary. Now, if we can get access to talking videos, I'm showing you these on purpose because I want you to see that, like, you don't have to be like a talking head. You don't have to be John Morgan. You don't have to be Top Dog Law here, right? Like, what we have to do is we have to understand, 1, what type of creative assets do we get access to with your law firm? And 2, how do we make that feel natural? How do we make it feel native? How do we make that feel organic? Not like we're just running commercials at people, right? So part 3 here, right, and I'm simplifying this a lot, is the ads management portion of this. And I have a saying up here, and I talk about this a lot when I do my consults with law firms, and it says, just like pizza, there's levels to ad management, right? I live in Miami, Florida. The pizza here is not good. It's just not. You eat the pizza here and you're like, okay, it's pizza, but like it's 3 ingredients. How good can it be? But then you go to Positano and you eat the pizza there and you're like, okay, there's levels to this, right? Like the quality of the ingredients, the freshness, the views, the smell, all that stuff, right? Like it makes a difference, right? And when it comes to ads management, a lot of you are like, hey, look, we've done a lot of this before and it didn't work. That's because there's levels to ads management, right? I can't get into too much detail here because this in itself is a science and a master class, and the media buyers that we have internally are amazing. But generally speaking here, it's not overly complex from a targeting point of view. That's where most of you get hung up. You're like, hey, look at like, okay, Ryan, this is all great. I can get you some vertical video. I can have my team do it, but like, I'm still not convinced that my audience is on Facebook. How do you reach them? Like, how do you target people that were in a car accident within 14 days or less? There's no targeting that we can put into Facebook. It's literally illegal. Like, Facebook is constantly hacking these things down. It's about the creative. What we do is we run very broad targeting, right? And like, there's levels to this, right? I'm oversimplifying this, but like, generally speaking, what we're doing is we're saying, okay, where are you barred? California, Wyoming. Okay, we're gonna run very broad targeting in those 2 states. And what we're going to do is we're going to add some very detailed small targeting to it. But what we're also going to do is we're going to be very hyper specific with the creative messaging, with the landing page messaging, with the quiz messaging, all of it. So we're speaking to only qualified people. And you might be sitting there saying like, still, it's like finding a needle in a haystack. Facebook knows, like Facebook knows. The more specific you are with your creative messaging, and we detail all that to our clients, we give you scripts, we go through the whole process with you, like we sit down, we're providing you a creative document every single week with the exact scripts to run, and then we also edit it for you, do the text, like all that stuff. We take care of that stuff for you. Like we figure out how to massage this, but again, when it comes to the actual ad buying, there's levels to it, and a lot of people try and put too much detail in here. When you put too much detail in, Facebook's like, okay, well, you're cutting me off at the knees here. Like, you want me to look at this small audience, but like, you want a very specific type of accident case. You want a very specific type of divorce. You want a high net worth divorced business owner, like male, by like giving it too, like cutting it off at the knees with too much targeting instead of going very broad and letting the creative doing the speaking for you. Because if you're scrolling and you are in that category, then you're probably going to stop. And when you stop and scroll, that's when Facebook's like, okay, like, so you see, I got you. And it's able to then take that and then match that to other people and the data set that they have that we don't get access to as advertisers because it's illegal. Like the data that Facebook has would shock you, but we don't get access to it from a public basis because they're under fire nonstop. So that's how the kind of ad management works. Obviously, again, I don't want to complicate this too much. I want to keep this exciting for you here, but let's talk about how long this takes. This is a graphic that I put together that I show everyone during our sales process, right? On the left-hand side, we have performance. On the right-hand side, we have cost per lead, right? And what you're going to notice is that in the first month, we spike up, and the cost per lead is generally very high, right? And the total number of leads is low. So what this is saying is that over time, right, the number of leads you're going to get is level out. And then the cost per lead is also going to drop to a certain cost per lead, right? Once Facebook really starts to understand who we're talking to, once we get the creative process dialed in, that's when this starts to really get lethal. And that's some of the results that I'm showing you. That usually takes 60 days, right? But like something I can tell you is that within 30 days, you're going to get leads. Within 7 days, we're going to have your ad set up because this is all that we do. Like we know this process inside and out. We know exactly how to get the ads, extract them from you. We can do this very quickly. 7 days, you're gonna get leads. 30 days, you're gonna start to get much better cost per lead. 60 days, you're like, okay, like now we're cooking with gas. How much more money can we spend on this platform? That's why Facebook is so good. So look at, if you wanna see more, right, I can show you real client campaigns. I can't do it in like a public marketing video because like I said, attorneys are very particular about stuff and I get it, right? So like if you wanna see real client campaigns, underneath this, there's like, it's my calendar. You're gonna talk directly to me. I'm the business owner, right? You're gonna talk directly to me. I will show you real client campaigns. I will show you real ads. I will show you performance. I'll show you everything. And we'll talk about if this is a good fit for your law firm. We're gonna talk about how you wanna be presented as a brand, how you wanna communicate your messaging, what we have access to in terms of team, in terms of people, in terms of location, and what type of cases you want and what you wanna pay. And if I can hit them, then we're gonna make a lot of money together. So all you gotta do is below, book a time in my calendar, and hopefully we'll talk soon. All right.